with a syringe with immersis. And persist but been diagnosed from birth. They've been tripping on, they've been run skirt. Even hoes avoid me. I got niggas afraid of it. I got niggas cold with the cold feet, unhappy feet. Because 24 hours isolated, 24 cage in a month, 24-hour watch. I am a cage. I want out. Go for a Wolverine claws. Just get out. Just get out. 24 hours. 24 hours with the switch. 24 hours with the switch. 24 hours with the 24 hours with the isolation. Yeah. Skirt. Bang, bang. I got called with that exorcism, thinking differently. Not of a sheep, of a scary independent.
What's up, Archies of Chaos? This is your King of the Night. It's about time EX Turk. And, well, I want to actually get to talking about the Final Fantasy VII Remake. You know, where I've kind of owned a troll and roasted a troll because he called me a freaking hypocrite. Because, you know, he claims that I'm a hypocrite for buying the episode DLCs for Final Fantasy 15. Well, like I said before, you can still have your opinion and still support a company. You can still support a game and disagree with the way they handle stuff. Now, the real reason why I said that DLC episodes of Final Fantasy VII won't be necessary, you already have to pay the episodic content. You already gonna have to buy. If they cut the game in 3 parts like they say they did, you're gonna have to buy the game 3 times. You're gonna have to buy the first episode, second episode, or third episode. Or if it's all in one, you're still buying enough content. You don't need no episodes. What episodes could you possibly need? Well, I mean, why would you need to spend money on episodes that already exist? Why would you need to spend money when you could? All they need to do is focus on their CGI artists, motion capture actors, voice actors with both the Japanese and the English, localization. You know, making pop culture references that relate to what's going on today. Because after all, it's a remake, and remake is just pretty much updating what the game used to be to new standards. I don't know, like Resident Evil 2 remake. No episode DLCs in Resident Evil 2 remake. So I don't know how. Tell me how I'm a hypocrite. Tell me how it's hypocritical that I think this way. What it is that you're so used to being taken advantage of, because most of you trolls who complain and cry that aren't trying to get attention, at least, or try to get a laugh, but the ones who just sit there and cry on the internet because that's what they're good at, are used to being taken advantage of by girls that don't like them, are used to being taken advantage by companies because they have such a self-loathing personality that, you know what, it don't matter. Anybody could fuck them over. But then they'll be passive-aggressive, and they go back and do call names or troll on the internet because, you know, they're passive-aggressive. They don't have no testosterone. You know, you want to talk about soy boy. That's what a soy boy is, if you ask me. I don't think it's anyone who consumes healthy products. A real soy boy, or I wouldn't call it soy boy, but a real pussy is someone who does passive-aggressive shit all the time when things don't go their way, or at least when they hear stuff they don't want to hear. You know, like this. There is no need for an episode, Cloud, Barrett, Tifa, Aerith, Red 13, Kate Sith, Yuffie, Vincent Valentine, or Sid Highwing, because they're already established characters in the game. It should be just like the original. All their stories that they had in the original game, you go ahead and add to it if you want to, but there's no reason to take it away and sell it as DLC for the fact that it's still canon to the original games. All the side stories are canon to the games. Vincent Valentine's side quest involving Lucretia Crescent is part of the game. Cloud's and Zack Cloud's involvement dealing with Zack's death and how Zack gave him the Buster Sword still included in the game. The Nibelheim incident, both the Delusion version and in the real version, was still part of the game. Dyne turning on, turning on, Barrett because he lost his mind because everything Shinra did to him is still in the game. Eris's childhood with her foster mother still in the game. Red 13 dealing with the sorrows he has about his father's passing still in the game. Tifa's backstory, why she joined Avalanche. Even it may not explain in detail, but still in the game. All the Sid Highwind being harassed by Shinra employees, whether it's Rufus Shinra or Palmer, still in the game. But you call me a hypocrite, and I'm not gonna upload this video until tomorrow. But I had to go I had to get this off my chest before going to bed because I need to get it off my chest because I'm not gonna stop talking about it until I get it off my chest and have a video pre-made. But how could you call me a hypocrite? Sure, I did buy final episode Gladiolus. I bought episode Ignis. I bought episode Prompto. And, for the stories. I did buy those things. Okay, you could say that, but I'm not a hypocrite because, though, that's different. I mean, do I agree with it? No. I think Final Fantasy 15 should have been untouched either too because it was originally Versus 13. So the fact you got Versus 13 characters in Final Fantasy 15, it's already good enough to be sold everywhere because that's one of the games people wanted. People wanted Versus 13, which became Final Fantasy 15. People wanted Kingdom Hearts 3. And then they're asking about Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. Even if they do microtransaction stories like they're most likely going to do, with a possible episode Kairi. Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's another game that people were asking for, and we got so many tech demos, and it was teased too early. But I just want to know, I really, really want to know, how am I a hypocrite? Even if I buy the stuff, that does not make me a hypocrite for saying I disagree with it. You could buy something and disagree with it. It does not mean anything. I'm just saying that, for the Final Fantasy VII Remake, DLC episodes are not needed. DLC costumes, where you can play as different variants of Cloud through each of the Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts saga, as, costume-wise. Okay, yeah, go ahead and put a price tag on it. That's costumes. No costumes affect besides the stuff that's in the game, such as female Cloud, and infantryman Cloud, nothing else affects the story. Advent Children does not affect the story of the original game. Kingdom Hearts Cloud does not affect the original story. So go ahead, sell those. You go ahead, sell costume packs for each character from their each appearances in each games. It does not affect the story, so you go ahead and sell those. But ask yourself this: is it really necessary for episode DLCs? For a game that's already episodic, for a game that already has a complete story. It may take a little bit long time, but we still got Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 hype has not died. Hype has not died down that much. While they make DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3, they could actually go and play Kingdom Hearts 3 into the Final Fantasy VII Remake is ready and out. And you know what? If you want people to wait a little longer, I think for Square Enix, they should probably put out a demo for the Final Fantasy VII Remake or a beta test. Just so people have a game they can play until the actual full game does come out. But I don't think it's going to be necessary to have DLC episodes of all those characters. Plus, that'd be too expensive. Let's see. Let me go back again. Cloud, Barrett, Eris, Tifa, Kate Sith, Red 13, Yuffie, Vincent Valentine, Sid Highwing, and including the Zack flashbacks, that's 10 characters. That's 10 characters. That season pass is going to go from 30 to 40 bucks real quick. Because, look, I may not be good at math, but I will tell you, that adds up. You go to the grocery store, buy yourself an energy drink that costs $1.99. Do that one time. Do that one time a week. I mean, I'm one time a whole week. At the end of the month, you're at least getting up to the territory of $10, depending on how many days it is. But $5 for 10 characters, and then they probably gonna throw a playable Sephiroth. That's 11. You're paying $45 for a season pass when you don't necessarily have to do that. The title Final Fantasy VII holds so much power because it's such a popular game. In fact, it's one of the most best-selling games out there, besides Ocarina of Time, besides Pokemon Red and Blue, besides the Modern Warfare trilogy of Call of Duty, besides Kingdom Hearts 2. Those games are so big, there's not going to be a necessary step to actually squeeze and cuck people out of more money, because people are already going to pay for it. People are already going to buy it for the fact it's final. You could put Cloud and Tifa hentai, and people will buy it if you put Final Fantasy VII on there, because it's a big brand. It's guaranteed to get money. It's guaranteed, even if it does end up bad, it's guaranteed to make at least $50 million. Final Fantasy VII, when it first came out, the original, it was sold worldwide with different releases in each country. Sold so well that it spawned Final Fantasy VIII and every Final Fantasy right after that. So there's not going to be no necessary or no need for episode DLCs. It's not saying I'm a hypocrite, because I'm technically not a hypocrite at all. You know, I have the audacity to disagree. Even if I bought DLC. I did because I'm on Final Fantasy channel, and I did because I stream, and I stream games. So if I have to spend an extra money on season passes, even if I get a good game PC where the games are cheaper, I'm still going to buy the season pass for the fact that I want all the content that comes with it. You know, even though I think it's ridiculous. And I'm still going to stand by the fact it's ridiculous to pay $5 for stuff that should already be in the game, such as story. It's like it is with food stamps. If you take food stamps away from poor people, then it's going to be hard for them to find something to eat. Thus, they will not survive very long. Well, in the same senses, in a story mode game, you got to have the complete story. Now, if you want to sell an after story DLC that happens right after the game, or something like Episode Art where it's a prequel, that's fine. That has no sway to the original game. But you don't go buy a Harry Potter book and you don't read just half the Sorcerer's Stone and not read the rest, and it's not even cut in parts. You know how short of a book the Sorcerer's Stone would be for Harry Potter if it was cut in half? Really short, enough that you wouldn't get your money's worth. But that's just my opinion. I don't think it's worth all of this. So may the crystal be with you, and see you guys later.
We don't no longer get along anymore. Now it's time. It's time to. I need some space from you. I need space from you, girl. The Final Fantasy Ultimania guide. This will actually pretty much tell you everything about the Final Fantasy universe. This is Volume 2, which contains the games of 7, 8, and 9. And the first one contains the ones before that. This has like artwork, you know, artwork, guides, everything, even the original artwork, the universe, the story, everything is supposed to be, everything that's in the Final Fantasy universe is in these guides. So don't forget to go to Barnes & Noble and pick yourself up the Final Fantasy Ultimate.